Hello and welcome to Dabbling in Journals and week 3 of One Book July. I'm still obviously in the same book because it's One Book July. And this week I didn't share the plan with me of my page because we had a mini heat wave here in the UK. And because we had a mini heat wave, I think Tuesday was recorded as the hottest day ever in the UK. Because we were having this mini heat wave, I wanted to be out enjoying the warmth rather than being indoors making videos, or certainly not editing videos. So I was relaxing in the shade, making sure that my dogs kept cool and hydrated. They mostly stayed indoors. They were, because we've got like a stone floor and it was really cool on the stone floor, so they preferred that. So I relaxed in the shade on a sunbed. I made myself a mocktail. So I've put some little sort of mocktail stickers here. I'm calling them mocktails. I love pina colada. So I did a pina colada without the rum and lots of ice cubes. And as I said, I relaxed with my tarot magazines and my painting magazine, and I really enjoyed that piece of me time. So my boys, they're off in Europe backpacking. They have been to Brussels, they've been to Bruges, and they're now in the Netherlands. I missed them, but I really am enjoying having this beautifully quiet solitude time. So I hadn't got much planning to do. I chose this piece of ephemera because we've got the girl in the bubbly bath pampering herself. She's got a cat in there with her. I haven't got a cat. I certainly wouldn't take it in the bath. And she's got coffee here because isn't that the perfect way to pamper yourself, with coffee and fruit and juice and a flower. And my sister actually brought me over some beautiful flowers just before the boys went away, so because she thought that they would make me feel happy to look at while I was here on my own. So that was really sweet. But yeah, I haven't had much planning to do, so I just did that very quickly. And I used orange and pink because I just picked out the pink in the bath and the orange juice, and I really enjoyed how that came out. So the next thing I needed to do, of course, was my meal planning. But because I've got no boys here, I didn't have any meals that I needed to plan. And Amy suggested to me that I should just plan a really special meal for myself, which I thought was a fantastic idea, and I would have done if we hadn't had the heat wave. But who wants to cook when the temperatures are really high, especially when we don't often get that kind of temperature? So for my sort of meal planning page, what I decided to do in the end, I've done a collage and I've stuck with the pink colour again. I've used a little ribbon sticker here and some washi and stamping and some Japanese paper, which was in my stash and I can't remember where it came from. I think something must have been wrapped in it that I bought from Japan, and I've saved the wrapping. So I thought that was really pretty. And then instead of doing meal plans, what I wanted to do was some ideas for salads, because it's been really hot. I'm trying to eat healthily anyway, so I'm thinking I need some more variety in my salads because I'm eating a lot of salad. And obviously you always have your green leaves, you know, your healthy green leaves, your cucumber, tomatoes, peppers. I think you call them capsicums in America, I'm not sure, but we call them sweet peppers. And what else? Carrots, things like that. And I was thinking, what can I top on my salad? So I've got a few ideas here. Prawn and avocado. I love really big juicy prawns. No good if you're a vegetarian, of course, but prawn and avocado. Walnut and goat's cheese and fig. I love figs. So if you just get a couple of little dried figs and chop them up and chop up some walnuts and some goat's cheese and sprinkle that on your salad, that's really nice. I also like, this will sound weird, but garlic mushrooms. So mushrooms fried up in garlic. I just fry them in water. I don't put fat in with them, and a poached egg on my salad. Really like that. And then hummus, chickpeas and quinoa, or hummus and falafel. And that's about as far as I got. And I couldn't think of any more salads that I make. So any of you got a favourite topping for salad, for a main course salad, then please do let me know in the comments and I can add your ideas to my list. So that was what I did in my meal planning book this week. Now I still haven't done a cover, look, because I just didn't want to be inside doing things. I could have done it in the garden. You know, when it's hot, I just like daydreaming. Just lying on my sunbed, soaking in the warmth and daydreaming. I love daydreaming. Anyway, on this page, I've managed to fix where I wrote June instead of July, because I'm nuts and I don't know what month it is. Even though it's One Book July, I'd written June. So I fixed that just by cutting out a bit of paper, sticking it over the top. And I should mention, by the way, I've been using these new pens. They are Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen in the brush. Well, this one's the brush, this one's a brush, this one is a bullet, the white one. And the reason I started using these, or bought a few of these, is because I do have the Pentel brush pens, but I discovered during one video when I watercoloured over my brush lettering that the Pentel brush pens are not waterproof, whereas these are waterproof. So they're waterproof in the same way that alcohol markers are waterproof, but they're not alcohol ink either, they're India ink. So they don't bleed through the page like alcohol ink does. So you can see where I've used the red pen here. It doesn't bleed through the page like alcohol ink does, but it is waterproof. So if I got some water and I wanted to watercolour on my page, I'm not going to move my brush lettering because it's waterproof, as long as it's dried before you wet it, if you see what I mean. So really like those pens, and they come in 60, at least 6, or maybe they don't. Yeah, I think they come in about 60 colours, including a really good white. So the white that I've used here and around here is one of these as well. So just in case you're interested. Okay, so what did I do? That was last week's illustrated journal. This week's illustrated journaling, I focused on my daughter's birthday. I've put happy birthday, so I'm using this opportunity to try and practice some brush lettering. Not very good. I've put laughter, happy birthday, and we went to this really wonderful food festival. And we went, the whole family, so both of my daughters and their partners and my grandchildren and my son and my partner, and we all went to this food festival and we had a lovely time there. We all had different things to eat. I chose a cheesy crepe, which is just like a big huge pancake folded up, filled with melted cheese. That was really delicious. I think my boys had Vietnamese street food. Everybody just chose what they wanted to eat from the different stalls. We bought this bottle of gin. I have discovered that I need to practice drawing glass. It's really hard drawing glass, making it look like grass. My dog's growling. What are you growling at? What are you growling at? Okay, so yes, I bought a bottle of gin, a local bottle of gin. I haven't opened it yet. We bought a bottle of gin at Christmas and we really enjoyed it, and it's all gone now. It's just finished it, so we were ready to buy another bottle. And it was really nice to find a local one, and we tried it because obviously they had little samples, and it was really nice. So we had this really nice time at this food festival, and then we came back to my home and everybody came back and we had a sort of celebration there for my daughter's birthday. For her gift, I had filled up a hamper with all kinds of little tiny presents for her to open, because she loves opening presents, and so I thought she'd find that really fun. And I put lots of peculiar things in there. So peculiar to us. And so I put some Japanese sweets and some Indian sweets and lots of different pampery type things, creams and lotions and potions and so on. So she really enjoyed, I think, opening that. My son had made a quiz for her because she loves doing quizzes. So we had lots of laughter doing that, and obviously I bought a cake and we all sang happy birthday, and we just had a really lovely day. So that's my little memory. It was boiling hot on that day. I remember her once saying to me that it had never rained on her birthday. She's always been lucky. I don't know if that's still true, but at one point she got to a fair good number of years and it had never rained on her birthday, and it certainly didn't this year. We had lovely sunshine, lovely family day. And that was that. And then the final thing for me to share with you is my focus of the week. Oh, there was one other thing I was going to show you. I bought a sketchbook, which is completely crazy because it's One Book July and totally against the spirit of the thing to buy another book. But this is a sketchbook, it's not a notebook. And look, it comes in this lovely kind of box, gift box, and I got it from Amazon for a really good price for this particular sketchbook, and it's by Etchr, E-T-C-H-R. And what's special about this sketchbook is it's made of 100% cotton paper, and it has this cover. Oh, it's got cling, what's it on it? Let me just get that off. So it's got this lovely canvas cover that you can paint if you wish yourself. So you can paint directly onto this canvas, and then inside it has paper which is 100% cotton. So really lovely paper to use for, you know, watercolours and so on, a variety of different. It will accept any art medium. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to treat myself to this beautiful sketchbook, because maybe that will get me going with my sketching if I've got one with really lovely paper. You can get this in hot press or cold press. I chose hot press because I tend to use a variety of different medium. If I was just going to use it for watercolour, I would have got the cold press. And I'll see how I get on and I'll let you know. But you know what's going to happen, guys. I have a new A5 sketchbook and it's very slim profile, and I don't have a cover, which I think is a slim A5 cover. So watch this space. How long will it take me to cave and buy myself a new cover? I don't know. I bet it won't be long. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. And then finally, my focus of the week this week. Oh, this one was really fun. So I picked this card, and I had a few ideas from people that watched my video where I picked that card. So for example, Hilary suggested that it reminded her of the story of Apollo and Daphne, and in particular a famous sculpture representing this story. So of course I had to go and Google it and find out what this sculpture was. And let me just show you, hang on. It's this one. So it's by Bernini, who was obviously an Italian sculptor, and he was sculpting for the Catholic Church. So even though it's a Greek myth, I think what they used to do is like give them a kind of moral context which would be relevant to the Christian faith too. And this story of Apollo and Daphne and this sculpture, you can see, can't you, why Hilary thinks that this artist may have been inspired by this one, because the sort of idea of this girl turning into a tree. Here we have a girl who's turning into the laurel tree, and the sort of twist of the body and the upheld arms and even the twist of the head looks really similar to that sculpture. So I thought that was really interesting. So thank you, Hilary, for that, because I wouldn't have known that that was a possible inspiration for this card. I don't know if it was or not, but you can certainly see why you might argue that they are at least conveying something similar. And now, who else suggested something? I think it must have been Louise. Yes, it was Louise, because she said that this initially made her think of a volcano, and I can see that with the red at the bottom and the orange and yellow. And then she said it made her think of a tree, and I can see the tree too. So that's, both of them thought it was a tree, and you can see the branches and the sort of hint of leaves, different shaped leaves. And then she said her final thought, which she couldn't get out of her head, was that it looked like a ghost gum burning in a bushfire. Well, that had me flummoxed. I thought, what on earth is a ghost gum? So I had to I had to Google again, and I found out that a ghost gum, look guys, is a Australian tree. So if you're not from Australia like me, you may not be familiar with the ghost gum, and I can see why she thinks that it's like this tree and that it's burning in a bushfire, which is a bit sad. So lots of really interesting ideas. Thank you, both of you. I really enjoyed thinking about your responses and looking at the bits that you refer to that I didn't know about. And as for myself, I started off because the key word on it is limitless, and I think I was focused more on that really than the image itself. But I was thinking, what does limitless mean? If you describe something as limitless, you mean that there is, or appears to be, so much of it that it will never be exhausted. So the first thing I thought of, because this looks like a fire to me as well, I was with Louise there, I thought that looked like a fire. And the first thing I thought of was fossil fuels. Now they are limited in supply, but because they're limited in supply, in other words, they will run out, we can use them so much faster than they are created on our planet that they will run out. I don't think it will be in our lifetime. I don't know when they're supposed to be going to run out. But because they're going to run out, we are on a quest for limitless sources of energy. So I thought about that, but I didn't really see how I could apply that to my week. So then I was thinking about how the universe is limitless or infinite, or is it? I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if physicists have agreed on whether or not they think the universe is limitless. I know we've got all kinds of interesting new information coming from the James Webb telescope at the moment. But one thing is for sure is that the human curiosity is certainly limitless. And so I was thinking about that, and then I got myself in all of I always get into this sort of like cross feeling when I think about the education system, because I don't really like the way that children are tested and categorised and grouped on specific sort of topics which we deem important in society, and they're then told that that's what they're good at, or that they're not good at anything. And many children believe they are stuck with what the system tells them they are good at. Their choices then become limited, and some of them where they feel they have no choices because they don't feel that they're good at any of the things that they've been tested on and categorised in and so on, they end up feeling that they have no value. Well, I find that a really uncomfortable thought, because I like to think that all human beings are equally valuable. I don't even think that you should be saying to children that they're not good at the things that we do deem important, because we all have the potential to learn, and that potential, I think, is limitless. I don't know if that's true, because obviously if you have an accident and a steel rod goes through your head, the chances are, or through your brain, the chances are that your potential to learn will no longer be limitless, if indeed any of us have a limitless potential. But we certainly have the capacity to learn, and that capacity to learn doesn't go away. And the more that you use your brain, we're all the time making neural connections in our brains, and those neural connections are created when we learn something new, and then we sort of fine tune, and some are pruned away. But we're always able to learn, and the more you keep trying to learn things, the more you will keep your brain happy and healthy and working well for you all through your life. And so it's not only fun to learn new things, but it's also really good for you and really good for your brain. So this week, while my boys have been away, I'll tell you what I've been learning, which is new. I did a big splurge and I purchased, as you can see here, this Apple pencil, which is I'm sure you all know what they are, but this is my first time I've had an Apple pencil. So I purchased one of these and decided that I wanted to learn how to do digital painting. So along with my Apple pencil, I bought a book, because I'm a book person. Even though I want to do digital painting, I want to learn how to do it from a book. So I bought this book, which is the Beginner's Guide to Digital Painting in Procreate, which is an app. How to create art on an iPad. So I thought, wow, this is going to be really fun to do. I'd really like to make stickers, because I love using stickers. I'm always buying stickers. I use stickers in my journals all the time. I use stickers in my planners all the time, and I have lots of beautiful ones, but I'd like to make my own, certainly 4 times when I want something specific. So who knows, I'm always starting new projects, as you know, and I don't always sort of finally get to the point where I achieve very much progress in them. But you know what, I don't mind. I still haven't really fully learned how to do what was it I wanted to do? Vlog. I wanted to learn how to vlog. I haven't learned how to vlog yet, so that's still on my list of things I want to learn. And now I'm going to be learning how to create art on an iPad. And believe me, it's not easy, guys. Anyone who thinks this is an easy option for art, they're wrong. I mean, it's got some things which are easier than using traditional materials, but then you've got to understand all the technology and so on, and the skills that you need are really similar, I think. Well, that's what I think so far. But once I have produced a couple of things And I finally understood what layers is the hardest thing. I can't quite grasp layers at the moment. So that's what I've been doing this week while my boys have been away. I've been using this book and I've been playing with learning digital art on my iPad. So that's going to keep my limitless potential growing because I'm learning a new skill. Right. Oh, I've talked so much in this video. Next video is going to be a do it with me type video, not a listen to me type video. But the last thing I need to do before I go is just pull my card of the week, and I can't even find the book. Here it is. I kind of feel like I'm gabbling. Is that a word? I don't think that's even a word. Let me just get this page down. I love this clip. Now, where is my cards? So I don't want limitless again, so I'm going to leave that out and see what card I get this week. Oh, got a little piece of ephemera that's been stamped. A ghost gun burning in the bush. I'm never going to forget that, Louise. A ghost gun burning in a bush. Or burning in a bushfire. I imagine bushfires are terrifying. I think we actually had some wildfires in the UK this week, which is very, very, very rare. Or as far as I know, is very rare. But nothing like as terrible as some of the Australian ones. Right, I have shuffled my cards and I'm going to pick my focus for the week for week 4 of One Book July. And it is, ooh, that's very red. It says Shadow Self. Ooh. So we've got lots of red in that, which goes beautifully with my berry theme. And it looks like we've got a person with another person inside them. Ooh, I find that one kind of creepy. I really want to have a go at some of this abstract watercolour painting. So I need to just decorate my page, ready for that card. Let me have a think. I think this one's kind of creepy, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with black, a black kind of theme, because black is a creepy colour. And I've got this Japanese paper. Oh, look at that on the back. It's got food on the back. Oh, look at the moon. There's somebody on the moon on that piece. It's kind of cut off, but that's kind of cool. Given I was just thinking about infinity of space, I will save that for another time. But I want this piece of Japanese writing. I have no idea what it says, of course. And I think I'm going to go across the middle today, like so. So I'm just going to pop that card in, and then we're going to find some black washi to go with my creepy card. Sorry, Anna, not that you're watching, I'm calling your artwork creepy, but who knows, maybe that was her intention. How important is an artist's intention when analysing a piece of art? There's a question for you. Back to philosophy there. There's some black on there. Oh, that's all black. So what am I going to pick? That one says with love. I don't want with love. I quite like this like gothic looking, really thick tape. Quite a sticky one, that. So I'm going to put that. I think that's too much, too fat. No, I'm going to put that like that. And then I think a little bit of the grid one. And then, do I want that with the gold on? If I can find the end. really skinny one. Just a little bit of that, I think. Ooh. And to finish that off, I'd like a black and white girl sticker, I think. So let's see, what have I got in here? Aha, these ones are black and white. Let's see if any of these would look nice. Oh, where did my card go? Took it away. I'm not going to add red at this point. I'm going to wait and see. I quite like that one with that. So I'm going to pop this sticker on. So any of you make your own stickers? I've asked so many questions today. Help with my salad. What do you think of my card of the week? Do any of you make stickers? And I still want to do a video on how I started learning to sketch, because somebody asked me to do that. But all in good time, I will get there. I will get there. I'm very slow when it comes to doing some of the things I promise. I do apologise. But this is just a fun hobby for me, and I don't want to get myself in stress about it in any way. So I just do things in my own sweet time. And all that remains for me now is to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you found something inspiring or interesting in all my garbled gabbling today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.